Hi, good Monday, and welcome back. Thanks for being here on this September 18th. We're glad, as always, to have you being a part of the show. We are certainly glad to see a really nice forecast rolling right along. Now, it does entail some shower chances for the next several days, but for us here in eastern Kentucky, not quite so much, and still above average. Humidity levels are also going to be above average as well. So another run of some summer weather in store, and it really shows no end in sight, at least for the forecast period. We're at 80 or above all the way through Monday of next week, but it will get mixed up a little bit, like I said, with a few clouds, a few shower chances that I'll outline in more detail in just a few moments. Interesting to know that on today's date in our weather history, on this date in 1991, Breathitt County was certainly under an active weather pattern. A lot of really large trees were blown down. They registered over an inch of hail in much of Breathitt County on this day back in 1991. Not the scenario, of course, today weather-wise, but weather-wise, Hurricane Maria, now Category 4, as of just a few moments ago. We're also watching Jose. Both will have something to say about East Coast weather. Jose right now with a lot of rip currents, a lot of conditions on the water there and on the coastline, but then, of course, Maria getting ready to bear down on the islands that are still trying to clean up. We'll have that in your weather as well. It's going to be a condensed program from this point further. Gremlins have run amok in here this weekend. Several totally unrelated little technical problems. The phones were out. We finally traced that down to a bad junction underneath the floor. Also, computer problem that I've got kind of remedied that will get me through tonight. Just a Band-Aid. I'll fix it during the overnight, and I'll take that pressure off tomorrow. So we're going to go straight to headlines, straight after a few words from a few of our sponsors. Stay tuned. Much more than diesel specialist, Black Smoke Performance is turning out excellent auto body collision paint and repair results with free quotes and estimates on everything from insurance jobs to that ding you got in the driveway. Custom lift kits, bed liners, winches, and accessories, and full diagnostics and repair on anything gas or diesel, from brakes to fluid changes to major auto repair. If you want it fixed, lifted, painted, customized, or just maintained, just call on the team at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville, 100 May Drive, or 349-8785. Parkway Pharmacy, now open earlier from 8 a.m. until 6 in the evening to better suit your schedule and lifestyle, and to help you get better and live a healthier life. And if allergies are bogging you down, they're armed with the very best in over-the-counter relief for adults and your children. Reach owner pharmacist Jesse Rudd and his assistant pharmacist Megan Castle and their staff at 8 o'clock in the mornings or at 349-4400.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
They're rolling out big, beautiful truck bodies every day, the best America makes in steel and aluminum, with their largest ever local stock of angle, sheet, round, I-beam, expanded, steel, and aluminum in several different finishes for whatever you're working on. And if the dump body you're driving needs parts, they've got them in stock. And if you need a big project fabricated from scratch, they've got you covered at Logan in Salyersville since 1904.
Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home.
The sun bathes us in the power of its warm glow and brightens our world. Now it can power your life. Cooperative Solar brings you hassle-free solar power from your local Kentucky Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Renewable, affordable, easy. Licking Valley RECC's Cooperative Solar. Join the community. CooperativeSolar.com.
The investigation is still ongoing, and while I spoke with some officials today off camera, we expect to possibly be talking to some on camera very soon, because their investigation is still ongoing to a sad situation that developed just after I had left you for the early show on Friday evening, and just as I had arrived, I think it was, at the McGoffin County High School football field, as did many, and that's one of our other top stories in a few seconds. I'll take you to the game and get you caught up on scores from Friday night. But nevertheless, a bizarre situation in which a young couple, I think, lost everything they had, everything they owned, including their pets. From what I understand, a relative, actually the father of one of the two, was hallucinating while he had been staying at the residence, and to the point that he set it on fire, to the point that it was completely destroyed. An altercation ensued thereafter. He's been charged with arson and jailed, and other serious charges as well. And once again, I want to stress that the investigation is still ongoing. I spoke with the sheriff's office earlier today, and we'll hope to add more to this report later. But here's what we have for you tonight. Truly a bizarre scenario that resulted in a local couple losing everything that they have, including their pets. The fire happened just before 7 o'clock Friday afternoon or evening, and it happened in the Middle Fork area. Turn onto Craft Creek off of Route 30, and a short distance thereafter you'll find Crane's Nest Road over to the right. And as soon as you turn onto Crane's Nest and just over the embankment is where what's left of this single-wide mobile home sits. It was there that the Middle Fork Fire Department was called out to a structure fire. Upon their arrival, the home was already fully engulfed and basically destroyed by the fire and still burning. The fire department notes, as I spoke to a member on the telephone a few moments ago, that while they were there trying to put out the blaze, there was a man watching it burn, and he told them that he was actually the one who lit the fire. He was later identified as the father to the female who lives here with her husband. Now, upon arrival of the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, specifically Deputy Brian Tipton, that individual who claimed to have set the fire was gone. But his son-in-law, who showed up later, no one was at home besides the individual, the father who set this fire. No one else was home at the time, but the tenants had come back, Zachary and Jamaica Allen. And while the Allens and the police and the fire department were still there, the son-in-law found Randall Howard hiding in a creek nearby, to which Allen got the deputy, and they instructed Howard to come out of the creek from where he was hiding. And in doing so, he admitted to the officer again that he had set the blaze. Specifically, he told the authorities that he took a gallon jug of diesel fuel, set it inside the house in the front door, and lit it. And he's also given the authorities a couple of conflicting stories. It's still under investigation, but one scenario is that he says that he actually had to kick a window out of the mobile home himself to escape the fire that he had just set. Not escaping the fire, however, were 3 dogs, I believe, 3 family pets that belonged to the Allens, which were either locked up in kennels or in a room, intentionally, from what we understand, to where they could not escape. As of right now, I do know that 57-year-old Randall Roy Howard, has been arrested on a charge of arson in the 3rd degree and cruelty to animals in the 2nd degree. And he's also already facing additional charges out of Johnson County after police were called to the Paul B. Hall Medical Center, where Howard had been transported and became unruly and combative and started damaging the room he was in. He was charged with criminal mischief in the 1st degree for those acts. And the entire case still remains under investigation. I spoke to some authorities today, and as soon as they know more, we'll sit down with them and share that with you. 2 other facts to add. There was an altercation that took place between Zachary Allen and Randall Howard after Howard burned down his home. Also, Zachary Allen is a member of the Middle Fork Fire Department and responded to, of course, not just his home, but also on a call of a structure fire as well. I obviously drove over to the area earlier today in hopes of maybe finding the Allens to see if they needed anything. I do know that there wasn't any insurance on the structure or the belongings. They're staying with family at this time, and once again, if we can find out more or help them in any way, we, of course, will do so and keep you up to date. I'll be right back, though, right after these words.
Fall and its colors have burst onto the scene at the seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Kids' mud pie styles and designs have just arrived, with even more on the way. Little Fashion's excellent for fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving, and of course, they've got the sweetest of accessories. And ladies' fashions are here, and there's more coming in daily. Amazing sweaters and Carter coats, this fall's must-have item. Dresses, boots, and more on the way. There's just nothing like what you'll find at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville, just down from Fraser's Prater Drugstore and the Radio Shack. What you're looking at is literally a one female owner 99 Dodge Ram with 77,000 miles. Zero rust, rips, tears, or wear anywhere. Think of the money you can save driving a like new truck, not to mention the savings in taxes and insurance. You won't find another one like it. Or come see this 2013 2500 Silverado HD loaded, only 90,000 miles. This 2014 Grand Caravan, it's an RT model, 72,000 carefully driven miles. Or this 2007 Kia Sorento, 90,000 miles. It's a four-wheel drive and priced to go today at Broadway Auto Sales in Paintsville. Like our 100% safe and secure mobile banking app at Sayersville National, we're always working to make your life a little easier. And our mobile deposit feature gives you more freedom and more time to do what you love the most. Just open the app, confirm the amount, and click. You're done. A safe, no-hassle way to manage your money from anywhere in the... Well, you get the drift. Now get the app at Sayersville National Bank. 349-3131.
I'm attorney Don McFarland. We all know that times are hard, jobs are scarce. Most people that I know are struggling to support their families and make it through each day. Now imagine that you get seriously hurt while working on the job, and the insurance company for your employer refuses to pay wages and benefits while you are injured and cannot afford to pay medical expenses, household bills, and put food on the table to support your family. I can help. If you are being wrongfully denied workers' compensation benefits that you rightfully deserve, then give me a call and let me go to work for you. 349-9000.
There's no better time than now to get the Android smartphone of your choice from Appalachian Wireless. All Androids up to $50 off regular price all this month. The Samsung GS8 was $149.99, now just $99.99. The LG G6, normally $99.99, is now only $49.99. And believe it or not, you can get the Galaxy S7 for only $1 penny with 2-year agreement while supplies last. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless, an East Kentucky network company.
Bumper stickers, ball caps, calendars, t-shirts, pencils and pens and gifts, they get you noticed. They get you votes. And get yours locally with the best quality and savings. Call Avavian Arnett Deaton at 349-3835 or find her on Facebook today.
I referred to it only briefly as I was talking about scores, football scores this past Friday night when I was with you, and I confirmed it when I spoke to the young man directly. Ryan Mullins is indeed out for not just this season, but for the rest of his senior year in regards to football, basketball, and baseball, of which he, of course, lettered in all three. Sadly, his MCL, I believe, was ruptured, or his ace. One was ruptured, one was torn. He took a massive hit to his knee. He is to undergo surgery, I think, this Friday. We certainly wish him well. He's been a great athlete and been a real inspiration to a lot of athletes and a lot of fans as well. We're so sorry that he has to go through this, but we're glad that he is going to recover. It's just going to be, sadly, basically right after or at the end of his senior year. There was also another injury on the field. I don't have an update on the condition of that McGoffin County player. I'll try to find out more tomorrow, but I do have some highlights from the Hornets, who were hosting Harlan and the Green Dragons Friday here at home. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, McGoffin County is deep in Harlan territory on a 4th and 8 on the 19-yard line. An incomplete from Brady Whitaker to Matthew Watkins will give the Green Dragons control, though, and an 8-point lead. Until McGoffin County comes up on a 1st and goal from the 6. Whitaker tries to run one in, but runs into a wall. But on the next try, a little pitch to Nolan Arnett is golden to put the Hornets on the board. In the next series, McGoffin's defense stops a Harlan 3rd and 5 try, and the Green Dragons will punt it away to the Hornets. And McGoffin County will then work their way to Harlan's 48-yard line and goes on the 4th and 6 with Whitaker tucking one in for the first down. And on another 1st and 10, Whitaker with the keeper. And then on a 4th and 6, Whitaker hangs on to another one, goes right, and takes it right to the goal line.
Harlan County still had time to put this one in the lights with 32 seconds left to go for a 12-14 Green Dragon lead at the half. And in the second, it was all Harlan County for a final score at home. 12 for the Hornets, 44 for the Green Dragons. The Hornets going into this game at even at 2-2 are now 2-3 halfway through. Can you believe we're halfway through the season already? 2-3 for Magauffa County. That also puts the Hornets on the road. They're traveling to Powell County this Friday night for a road game, and they'll be back at home for 2 games in a row, taking on Knott County on the 29th and then Knott Central the following Friday night. As for the Golden Eagles of Johnson Central, another big win, this time coming at the expense of Moore. 42-8 your final score. This was at Moore. This is also a 4-0 start. Now, does any of this sound familiar from last year? The Johnson Central Golden Eagles out on a perfect start, 4-0. They're hosting Boyd County this Friday night. Tip-off set for 7:30. That will be their halfway mark of the season. While across town, the Tigers also off to a nearly perfect start. They've dropped 1, but they've won 4 halfway through, 53-21 this past Friday night. That was a home game hosting Williamsburg. So they're 4-1 right now, 3-0 in their region. They're also at Lawrence County this Friday night. And so now we know where or who Lawrence County will be facing, but they'll do so after a loss 14-38 this past Friday night to Greenup County. And that puts the Bulldogs with 3 wins and 2 losses right now, and once again hosting the Tigers Friday at 7:30. And down in Cougar Country, a loss to Valley, 36-55, the final score for Morgan County and Shelby Valley. Morgan County's got 1 win on the season, but they've lost 3, including Friday night's game against Valley. They're hosting Estill County this Friday night at home, looking for win number 2 on the season. And that wraps it up for all of our viewing area teams and scores. We'll be right back wrapping it up with weather and more in just a second.